YouTube, what's going on, man? So, I know I said I was going to do a kind of like a bonus. Well, actually, this is actually going to be a part 7. I wanted to go ahead and finish it out, and then I'll do a bonus one in a few days, a couple days. But anyways, this is going to be part 7. Part 7 is generally where I got most of my subscribers from, or a lot of people started noticing my channel. Pretty much what everybody's known me for, and is in November of 2019, I went and got my authority. Got my authority, and I got my first trailer all at the same time. And then what happened was, with me doing drive-in, I knew that I needed to make more money with the authority, so I wouldn't be working as hard. And big shout out to my guy Exclamation Thoughts on YouTube. He was kind of big influence in my decision of turning to reefer and get my authority. So shout out to him. You can check out his channel. He doesn't drop any videos anymore, but he'll chime in on conversations or whatnot. But so I end up getting my authority in November. I went active November of 2019. Got my first reefer trailer. I bought a 2013 Carrier out of the office was out of Nashville, Tennessee, but the trailer was in Memphis, Tennessee, so I had to go pick it up in Memphis. And I also got then I went active. And the thing is, and how I did it was, I went and got a loan to get my authority and get my first trailer. Because my insurance was, when I got the quote, it was about $4,000 down, and I was paying about $19 and some change a month. $1,900, I think it was like $1,960 a month. Now, I hear a lot of people saying that's a lot, which it is a lot, but it's doable. It's doable. You just got to be consistent out here. So we did it. Got my authority active. I ran, and I was kind of like around that time I was playing around in the Midwest too. I was just trying to get all the money I could back, So I did it. Ran in the Midwest, and then I eventually came back around back to the East Coast. But 2020 hit, and everybody knows 2020. What happened in 2020? I tried to attempt to hire drivers around that time, but then I backed off. And then what was it? I think it was March came and COVID hit, which I'm glad I didn't do it. COVID came. Now COVID was crazy for us truck drivers. I was still able to work at some point. I was still able to work, but there was at some point where I had to park the truck because it didn't make any sense for me to run. It got real bad. And I think I parked the truck for maybe about a week or something like that. Maybe a week and a half. But it did get really bad out here, and had to do what we had to do. And then I got linked in with a guy that had, out of North Carolina, that had loads going to Florida. That's why y'all saw me in Florida a lot. And he was paying really good money. And then I kind of tried to find a guy that was trying to match it. And then around that time, it wasn't paying the best, but it was good enough, so I can reach my gross that I needed for the week. And then, those y'all know, then around the summertime, I want to say around July, I got the deal with well, let me rewind. Yeah, I went to the auction, and I started seeing how the trailers and trucks was being priced, and they was being very overpriced. And which that's when I made a move on maybe a couple months, maybe about, I think I want to say like, well, I rewind again. Well, it was kind of all the same thing. I ended up getting a deal with the broker that had me, home every day. And then I also, when I was doing that, I ended up getting the trailers. I ended up getting 2 more trailers, paid for them cash. And one I got them in one in Tennessee, and the one I got in Dallas. I got the titles for both of them, and yeah, pretty much I got those in August. In July, I did the had to deal with the broker where it had me home every day, and it was paying good money. And then eventually, y'all saw the video where the back end of it came up to be $1,600 a day. But that's a little bit more in detail on that. I did drop a video on that. But so I ended up doing that. Got the trailers. The rates went up. Rates shot up. And I ended up I had to do some work on the trailer. One of the trailers, I did a reefer swap on the Dallas trailer, which what it was in Dallas, it already had a Thermo King on it. I took it to Pedigree in Springfield, Missouri, and I put one of their reefers on it, and I swapped it out. Paid about $5,000 for a 2013 Carrier motor that had about 11,000 hours on it, and they charged me about $500 to do the swap. And then I eventually got that trailer back over to me, which took a while, but it is what it is. And then I want to rewind on that one. I didn't get the 2 trailers at the same time. I think there was a bit of a gap in it, but y'all know what I mean. But the Dallas trailer had a few issues. It needed some work done, brake wise, and ended up fixing it, getting it done. But we hired, I think 1 year later, November, actually September, we were on again, September of 2020, I renewed my insurance. So I ended up getting insurance for, I think it was around about $13,000 a year, and I only paid like $1,200 a month. So I saved a lot of money, and my down payment was only like $2,500 or something like that, or $2,200. But I saved a lot of money and signed a deal on that. Moved forward, and then November came 1 year later. I hired my first driver, owner-operator. I got my first owner-operator. Good guy. He stayed consistent. Yeah, I asked him what was his goals. He said he wanted to get a trailer, and maybe about a month and some change in, with him being on with me, he ended up getting his first trailer. Now I have 2 drivers right now coming on board. Well, actually 3 drivers. which should all be on board in sometime in February, and we'll be 4 drivers in. And that's pretty much going to conclude the parts, and because we're here now, almost February of 21, and we grew a lot. You know, I built my company from the ground up, but we still got a long way to go, you know. But I appreciate everybody checking in on this mini-series. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and stay tuned for the bonus, which I'll drop in a couple days. And y'all be safe out there, man. Peace.